Caveman back. I'm here doing another Ground Force Fights promo. Today, I have the promo that everyone is waiting for. I have Shotzie Doran. She is the owner of Playmates. She's the fight that everyone wants to see. She's a lady fight on the card. June 15th, Ground Force Fights is happening at Batavia Downs Casino. Make sure you get your tickets. You can get them online at groundforcefights.com. Make sure you check it out. Put down whoever you want as a fighter, and they'll be given a small commission on the ticket. So if you're a fan of Shotzi, make sure you put her name in there, and she'll get a small commission. Without further ado, I'm going to call the one, the only, Shotzie Doran.
Please enjoy this Verizon ringtone while your party is reached.
They can buy me a boat.
Hello.
Hey, Shotzi, how you doing?
Hey, how are ya?
Good, this is a Caveman.
Hey, Caveman, how are ya?
Good to hear your voice. I like that you got a little holding message.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah. So
Looks, money, guns, that always works, doesn't it?
yeah, that's the best thing that we can have. First of all, I'm really glad to finally have you on here. You're probably the most requested promo interview, so I'm glad I got you.
Wow, really? Okay, well, thank you. I'm happy to be a part of this.
Yeah, that's great. So let's get right into it. You own your business. You look amazing. Why are you fighting?
Because I love it.
You love it, right? What do you love about it?
I love everything about it. I love the sportsmanship. I love everything about it. I come from the gym I train at with, we're a really big family, and they treat me well. It's been a really great outlet for me. I love everything about it.
Right. The one thing I love about combat sports is you get back what you put into it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. When they say fight, whatever training you put in, it's going to come out and it's going to show.
That's right. That's right, for sure.
It's one of the only sports that there is like that. There's no politics. I mean, there can be a little bit in decision, but I mean, in that freedom of the fight, there's no politics.
Yeah, I think you have to put in the work to get it out of there.
Yeah. All right. So next question. You had a really hard time getting matched up. Does that throw off your fight preparation?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
I'm sorry. You had a really hard time getting matched up, getting an opponent to fight. Does that throw off your fight preparation?
Not at all.
No, you're prepared to fight?
I'm prepared to fight. I want to go in there, fight, have fun with it, win, like every other fighter,
Right.
I guess. I don't really have any expectations other than to go in there and do my best and get it done.
Right. So basically, you're not really preparing for your opponent. You're just making yourself better. So in your fight training, you're not training for a specific opponent. You're training to make yourself better.
I think it's really hard when you do amateur. I mean, typically your opponents, there's not a lot on there. I'm pretty fresh to the sport. As far as I know, my opponent is as well. So it's kind of hard to get any information on either because there's not really any information to get.
Right.
So you just got to go in there and have a good mindset and do the best that you can.
It's tough enough for men to get matched up, and I know I've coached a lot of women. I know how hard it is to get an actual women's fight that actually comes through and happens because there's just a small amount of women in the sport, and you got to get them matched up, and they both got to be willing to fight the opponent. It can be really tough to get a match. A lot of people drop out last minute.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's harder to get women to fight because there really isn't a lot of women that want to get in the ring. I mean, training is one thing. Getting in the ring is a whole different ballgame.
For sure. Do the ring girls get jealous of you?
The ring girl?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look better than most
No.
ring girls.
No, I don't think so. I provided the ring girls for this fight, so
So
came out of my club.
they can't get too mad, huh?
No, they're pretty hot.
I don't know. I think you're pretty hot too, so I think you're doing all right there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's the truth, so I always got to tell the truth. That's my job. And I'm supposed to hype you up, but it's not even hype.
Okay.
Do you think that women fighters should have ring guys for the fight? Do you think Rich Mitchell should get some hunks for you?
Honestly, I really don't care either way. I'm not there for the ring girls or the ring guys or whatever. I mean, perhaps maybe some eye candy for the women in the stands, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's like a whatever you want to, however you want to say it there, that the ring girls are like, they're supposed to be there and the guys look at it, it's all part of the sport. But I don't really care whether it's a ring girl or ring guy. I'm not there for that.
Well, unless they're Marconi, and most of the guys are, they are like, most of the fighters are like ring guys. They're all in shape and stuff, except for Fat Marconi. I know he's going to listen to this, so I got to tease him a little bit.
I like Marconi. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like him a lot too, dude. He's a great guy. He's one of the best.
He was there for my first fight. He was really encouraging, pretty inspiring. So I like that guy.
That's great. We gave him lots of props. I'm going to do an interview with him later too, but he's a little intimidated to do it, so I'm going to do it for him.
Oh, okay. Good. I hope he gets on here and does an interview for you.
Yeah, I might have him call in because I'm going to talk about how he's practicing ballet and stuff to get ready for the fight. All the good stuff.
I mean, that could come in handy, I suppose. Footwork, ballet, kind of goes hand in hand, balance.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to be suave on his feet.
Suave, yeah, that's
suave.
exactly what every fighter needs to be.
You're fighting on the Playmates corner. This is a multinational card. Do you think American girls are better or Canadian girls? Or, well, answer that question first. Are American girls or Canadian girls better?
I don't know. The last few fights I took were some pretty tough Canadian girls. I've seen fighters come from all over the world that are really awesome. One of my favorite fighters is, I believe she fights right out of California, but I think recently I've been watching a lot of Muay Thai fighters out of Thailand. So I think that women fighters just are good and they come from wherever.
Right.
I don't think it's particular to any one country or one state or any place in particular.
Right. I asked all the guys this question, and every one of them answers like as a girl, they don't even think about fighting. I like how he answered that question. That was amazing.
Okay.
Like, because I was like, you're fighting out of the Playmates corner. It's a multinational card, Playmates corner. So
yeah, I know.
Are Canadian or American girls better? So they go into it. But the way you answer the question is really good. And the problem is, like, the Canadians were coming in and whipping the American butt. So
I've seen a lot of good fighters come out of Canada.
Yeah, their Muay Thai is great. Kickboxing is really solid up there. We don't have as many good traditional Muay Thai schools as they do, so it's tough.
Right. So, of course, you're going to, get better fighters out of somewhere where it's more prominent. But I think we have a lot of great fighters that come right out of here.
Oh, for sure we do. We do. And we need to show it in the cage.
Absolutely.
How do you find time to train with everything that you do in your life?
I make time. Training has become a really important part of my life, so I make time. I work all day. I train after work, and I make sure I handle my business in between.
Right. How many hours would you say you train a week?
A week?
A week.
A lot. A lot. I mean, I'm training sometimes three hours, sometimes 4 hours a day. And I'm training at home, training at the gym with my coaches. So I don't know, between 3 to 5 hours every day.
Wow, it sounds like you're putting in professional kind of work, like pro fighter kind of work.
I want to see how far I can take this sport. I really love doing it. Like I said, it's a really good outlet for me. So I think that if you want to be good at anything, you have to take the time out to do it right. Successful people do things even if they don't want to.
I like that. Do you think it's hard for people to treat you serious in training wise, like in the gym, and not even just in your gym, but in general?
I don't think so. I don't think I ever encountered that.
Right.
I mean, everybody pretty much takes me serious. I put in just as much time as any other fighter, so right. If you take it seriously, you get taken seriously. I suppose that's really where it's at.
Yeah, I just questioned because, I mean...
Are you referring? Go ahead.
I was going to say sometimes, no, don't say sorry. You're the star of the show. I'm just asking questions. Sometimes girls that look attractive or they look pretty, they're not taken as seriously as, like if you look at Amanda Nunes doesn't look like, very feminine. She looks like that kind of girl. If you're in a room with her, she would bust you in the face and maybe hit with a chair or something too. I mean, you look like
I get a lot of comments about, being pretty and not, beating at my face, and those comments very quickly go away when you punch somebody.
Right. Yeah, but
so everything changes at that point.
Yeah, for sure. Besides for the gym, do you have problems with do people take that you like to fight seriously because you are good looking or no? Outside of the gym.
I mean, I get it both ways. I mean, some people take me seriously, some people don't. Some people think I'm crazy because, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a supermodel friend. I'm just me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't really see it that way. But, I mean, people always say, why do you want to beat up a pretty face or whatever the case may be? Or I train too much, you do this too much. But that comes from somebody who doesn't walk in my shoes.
Right. I met you and we talked a little bit at the that grappling tournament, and
Yeah.
while I thought you looked good, I definitely felt the energy that you were a fighter. You were like all over the place. You had a lot of energy, and while you didn't look beastly like Amanda Nunes, I could definitely get the fighting vibe off you. You definitely have the ADD that a good fighter normally has.
I'm definitely all over the place. I really love the sport, and I love fighting in general. I think it's just, I don't know, I love it.
Awesome.
I really can't say much more than that. It's just I love it, and I think that it takes a lot of heart to do it. It takes a lot of drive, perseverance, and definitely a lot of dedication, which is something all that I have to put in there.
Do you enjoy the fight itself as much as the training?
I enjoy all aspects of it.
Do you get?
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's days when you train really hard and you're like, "What am I thinking?"
Right.
But I'm pretty sure everybody goes through that.
On fight day, do you get
just
that?
Get up and you push through it. I'm sorry.
Do you have that feeling on fight day? Like, why am I doing this? All the nerves that come with a typical fight day.
Never.
Never. I like that. That means you're a real fighter.
I feel so pumped up. I can't stand it. I can't wait to get in there.
Yeah, some of the toughest people that I know in the world are just like, man, why am I doing this? I hate that. Even GSP, like George St. Pierre, one of the best fighters in the world, he hated fight day. And like, to me, that makes you just a little bit less of a fighter.
I don't think so. I mean, I respect the sport. So, of course, like anybody else, I get a little bit of anxiety, but it's just because I respect the sport, you know what I mean? But I put in my time, so I don't feel like, why did I get in there? Because if that was the case, then why would I put in the time that I'm doing it?
I love you, and that
Everything
means,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I love it, and that means that you're like a real fighter. You have the real fighter spirit. You're not like an athlete trying to win a contest. You're going in there to fight, and that's really amazing.
I got a job to do. That's exactly what I plan on doing.
Do you spar with men?
Yeah, of course. I train with all men, actually.
Do you feel that women need to spar with men to excel in the sport?
I think that it definitely gives you an edge up when you're sparring with a 205-pound guy and he punches you, sure. But I think that everybody handles things differently. For me, I think that it's been a really great thing for me to spar with the guys that I spar with. They really push me. Keeping up with somebody who's almost double your weight is easier said than done. So I think that it just makes me want it that much more.
Right. Do you ever feel it hurts your training sparring with people that are so much bigger than you all the time, or do you think it only helps?
I'm sorry?
Do you think it hurts your training sometimes to spar with people that are so much bigger than you?
No, I don't.
I like
Not
it.
at all.
No fear in you.
Not at all. None at all. Like I said, you know what I mean? When one of them hits you, or, you get popped pretty good or whatever, it makes me want to get that much better so I can avoid those things.
Right. Are you ever going to do mixed martial arts?
Yeah, that's the goal. So the goal is to take as many stand-up fights as my coach needs me to take, and then move into MMA. I'm hoping by next year, but it's all up to my coach. So I really trust him. He's got my best interest in mind, and he definitely is. He's been like a big brother to me. So I trust him with everything that I've got.
I like that a lot. That's like a very good answer. How long have you known Rich Mitchell, and how did you guys get hooked up to do ground force fights? I mean, you was sponsoring him for, I think, since the first show, correct?
Yeah. Pretty much right before the first show, I sponsored that show, and I was already starting to train at that point, and it just made me like it that much more. I took a fight right before then. It wasn't the best fight. It was a total disaster as far as I'm concerned, but I got up and I tried again.
Awesome.
And where I'm at is where I'm at. Now I want to take more. And with every fight I take, I just want to be that much better.
Rich has been really awesome to the fighters, and you helping him out has really helped mixed martial arts in the area. So I thank you very much for your support, Rich.
Rich is a great guy. He really cares about his fighters. He is a really genuine person. He takes really good care of me and all the people that I'm sure he comes in contact with. I have nothing but respect for him.
Yeah, I've never met a promoter that takes as good care of the guys that fight for him as he does. I mean, he gave away bags of stuff at the last
That is a fact, my
fight.
friend. That is a fact. There's a lot of shady people out there, and Rich is one of the few genuine people left.
Yeah, I've been behind him since day one because I know what kind of guy he is, and I saw how he treated the fighters at the first show, and I always have his back no matter what.
Ditto.
Also,
Definitely.
one more cheap plug for Rich. Rich is selling some awesome gis, ground force gis. They're amazing. I just got one myself. I love it. If you're into jiu-jitsu, they are phenomenal. I'll be posting some pictures of it today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm already talking to some of the guys that I fight with. We're thinking of grabbing a couple ourselves.
Oh, they're really great. I love the cut is awesome. They're better than the last gis, way better. It feels like a show roll for real. Definitely check it out.
Perfect. I definitely will. I'll have one.
All right. They're great. I think he's getting pink ones too.
I'm not a pink kind of girl.
For all your training partners. You can get the gray one. The gray one is the bomb.
The boys can wear the pink.
That's right. I got
maybe add a couple of bedazzles on there for them.
Oh, that'd be great. You could bedazzle it. And you could put Playmates right on the back for him with the cat with the eyes and then bling out the eyes. It'll look good.
Yeah, bling out the eyes.
Yeah.
Put a couple songs on there. Maybe a couple lipstick marks on the front.
There you go. Perfect. Right on the lapels all the way down, lipstick marks.
Absolutely. That would be perfect.
It's a good look for jiu-jitsu. All right, I got one more serious question. I'll let you out of here. You're doing great, by the way. You were a little nervous to come on, but you were amazing on here. Last question.
Yeah, I've never done anything like this, so.
No, this is easy. All we do is talk. This is the easy part. You do the hard stuff. You get in the cage and you punch someone in the face. That's a lot tougher than this, for sure.
Yeah, I think the hardest part is actually the training, honestly.
I think the weight cut's always the hardest part.
I'm sorry?
Do you have to cut a lot of weight?
No, I do not have to cut any kind of weight.
Yeah, the weight cut's usually the worst part.
Yeah, I cut weight for my first fight, and that was just horrible. So I'm pretty on point, though. I'm walking around solid where I'm supposed to be, and I eat really healthy, so I don't really have to worry about that.
Perfect. Cutting weight makes training miserable. It's already miserable, but it makes it worse.
Yes, makes you very angry.
Yeah, very hangry. All right.
Yeah, very angry.
My very last question. Cage door shuts, since you're fighting in the cage anyways and not the ring this time. The referee says fight. What goes through your mind right when the referee says fight?
Fight. That's it. Do your job. That's it.
Your game plan doesn't come through? Are you like blanked out on autopilot? Are you angry with your opponent? You just calm and playing how you feel?
I never fight out of anger. Focus on what I'm doing. Like I said, I've got a job to do when I get in the ring, and that's exactly what I do.
Awesome. I love it. You got anyone to plug?
Just, I own Playmates, so of course you've been plugging it. I've been listening to all your rest of your interviews, and Victor Caveman MMA, Coach Greg Davis, Carrie Davis, those are my coaches over there, Brian Brown, all the fighters that I train with, John. They're great guys. That place has been a family to me. It's been a godsend. They've helped me through pretty much everything that I've been through, from personal to training. It's not just a training facility. Like I said, we're a family.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
We're out.